Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the garden. I just want to do a quick kind of update today, show y'all it's still very hot, very humid, very steamy here in my yard, but I thought it would be a good opportunity to take a quick look around and see what's blooming, what's growing. Our dahlias are starting to bloom a little bit more. We've had just a couple of nights where temperatures have been a little bit cooler, down in like the 70s. And as a result, we have a lot of gorgeous blooms starting to open up, which is really, really exciting. I've been working really hard this year to make sure that there are no weeds around my dahlias, and I have taken a lot of extra care with these. So I'm really eager to see if we are rewarded in the the fall, with a lot of blooms. Lots of pretty colors, lots of peaches and pink tones out here in the yard right now. We did have a very strong windstorm come through, and a lot of things got snapped and broken, and I had to re-trellis the dahlias, and that's a mess that is best saved for another video, I guess. I don't think now is the time or the place to be going into that fiasco, because it was near disastrous. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We've got some really beautiful blooms. Bug pressure is still on us pretty tough, so a lot of the blooms you're not seeing because they have been absolutely chomped by things like earwigs and cucumber beetles, and even a few remaining Japanese beetles are here, even though it's kind of getting towards the end of their season to be pests in my garden. But despite all that, we've got some really nice colors. I think so far my favorite colors have been a lot of the red tones, which is really surprising me because normally I am not a fan of that at all. Also blooming, coming into bloom, are our Double Delight sunflowers. These are a hybrid sunflower, technically a branching type. I'm not sure if they're pollen free or not, but really excited to see these. Some of these opened a little bit earlier, as you can see. We are waiting patiently. Lots of just, it's almost there. It's almost time. Really exciting. But the blooms that have opened so far have been very double, which is always awesome. I absolutely just love the look of these double sunflowers. It's actually kind of hard to find a variety of double sunflowers that is reliable. I've grown a lot of double sunflowers in the past, and anytime you buy a packet of seed for doubles, you can go ahead and pretty much assume that maybe half of them will be doubles, or a good percentage of them will be doubles, but you're always going to have those off single types for whatever reason. I'm sure it's genetic, but I'm not, I don't have a horticulture degree. Either way, I think these sunflowers look really nice. I'm really excited to use these big fluffy doubles in flower arrangements. I always think these just lend themselves so well to fall and the autumn colors and everything that has to do with the weather kind of cooling down. Otherwise, in the garden, everything is still looking pretty good. Our zinnias are still blooming, still nice and tall. I'm still working on that FAQ, frequently asked questions, for the zinnias. Thankfully, somebody is helping me edit it. It's going to be a pretty big video, I think, so I'm going to try to get that up sometime next week as well. Lots of colors in the garden are still doing well. The Floret's Golden Hour zinnias are actually starting to look a lot better. As the season has progressed, the color has gotten a lot more consistent, I think. Otherwise, in the garden, the Benary's giants are still producing just tons and tons of those large, big, double blooms. That's one of the reasons I love the Benary's giant series of seeds so incredibly much, is just despite the fact that I am cutting them and cutting them and cutting them, they are still producing blooms that are a high enough quality you use in cut flower arrangements. I know in the past some open pollinated varieties maybe don't do that as so much as Benary's does. Also in the yard we have the Gomphrena, or the globe amaranth. This is coming into bloom right now. It's getting nice and tall. Honestly, I'm not really quite sure when I'm supposed to actually pick this. I'm just kind of letting it grow, kind of get a feel for it, see what is the best point to pick it for use in cut flowers. This one is really new to me. It's kind of diminutive and kind of small, and I just don't know what to do with it. If anybody knows how to use this in cut flower arrangements, please feel free to tell me in the comments below when you pick it, what other flowers you put it with, base life, all that kind of stuff. Also, our celosia, the celosia didn't do too great this year. That's why you haven't really seen many videos on it. I have a plume mix and a kind of crested mix. You can see the yellows and the reds, and I mean, they're really nice tones and everything. It's just I planted them way too close together, and I transplanted them way too late. So I think this combination of too late and too close has made the flowers a lot smaller than I wanted them to be. And really, they're just not giving me that wow factor that I was really hoping for. I'm definitely going to try these again. I'm not going to be discouraged. I've grown these before in the past with a lot of success, but it's just not happening for me this year, unfortunately, which I think is a major bummer. Either way, I won't be deterred. Also, the pollinators love these. Next up, we have some Lisianthus. The Lisianthus have started to bloom. If you'll remember last year, I grew a lot of Lisianthus from the Voyage 2 series, Voyage 2 apricot and things. They're just beautiful and fluffy. This season we have this deep pink color is what this is called. You can see a lot of people kind of replace these and use these interchangeably with roses because these don't have thorns, even though they do take a long time to grow. We're just going to take these Lisianthus and mix them together with a little bit of celosia and a cafe au lait dahlia and some Sahara rudbeckia. I wasn't quite sure if the rudbeckia went with this, but, you know, after putting it together, I really think it does. These rudbeckia have kind of this deeper kind of purple undertone to the flower, which I really, really like. And I actually think it played nicely with the celosia. This is just a red plume celosia and the kind of pinkish, reddish colors that are there in the dahlias. Overall, I think this made a really nice kind of romantic looking color palette for our little jar. Also from the garden, I did make an arrangement of some odds and ends that I had. I used the Mirth dahlias, which are full of color, which I really, really loved, as well as some of my lime colored zinnias, as well as the golden hour zinnias, and some of that basil and a few kind of just bits of grapevine to give it some little, I guess, a touch of added dimension and texture. Neither one of these flower arrangements were really planned. I was just kind of out in the yard and I was just like, I need some flowers in the house to just brighten things up, and this is kind of just what happened on a whim. That's really about it for this video. I know this was a quick one, but I did kind of want to show you guys what's going on, a little bit of an update. I know I didn't show the zinnias very much. They're getting very tall, almost maybe 5.5, 5'5" or something right now. They're pretty tall, and hopefully there will be more video of those in the upcoming zinnia video, so don't be discouraged if you want to see the zinnias. If you're new to the channel and you like this video, be sure to subscribe, hit the little bell icon, and you can get notifications whenever we post stuff. We do a lot of growing vegetables and growing flowers and all kinds of, who knows what I'm going to do next, honestly. You can also follow us on Patreon. It helps so much. Check out our wax melt shop, our blog. All the links to that stuff is down in the description below. I hope that y'all are having such an incredible day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.